I don't drop the ball, never fumble.
Okay.
Always confident, but always humble.
Ooh.
So let's get ready to rumble.
Hey. Had an epiphany, now a different beast. Can't tell me nothing, got different needs. Additionally, I'm the master of the unison. Between rap and real estate, ooh, I won. Best of three, first two I won. Arm lock with me, the cutest one. What I'm alluding is clear. The greatest out is a sharp thumb spitter with a razor mouth. Raised by the Northwest, Seattle Varke, non solva della murivana varte yen vardi tani kuripana padi sova. Murasa wanatani, piragu wareka pil kuripom tani. Siripa leave like telephone money that I'm back to the grind like give me more money, live top of the line, so lovely.
Thank God I went first. Welcome back to Model Hot Seat, episode number 5. Here we have Vozhi today.
Vanakkam.
All the way from Seattle. So thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
On your short stay here. How are you liking Toronto?
It's amazing, you know. I mean, culture-wise, it's amazing. Weather-wise, you know, it could be a little better, but you know, I'm getting used to it day by day.
Vozhi, am I saying that correctly?
You're saying it correctly.
Okay,
yeah.
And where did that name actually come from?
My real name, my Tamil name is Arivozhi, and it's spelled Arivozhi. And I grew up in an area without too many Tamil people. They'd always just call me Vozhi because it's spelled Vozhi.
Right.
So like the Z is very much there. So, and you know, growing up, like Jay-Z being one of my favorite rappers, you know, it just kind of stuck. I was like, you know, that kind of sounds cool.
Keep that in there.
So I just kept it. So I've been Vozhi since I was like 11, 12,
Ooh, nice.
Something like that. So yeah, that's my name.
So you're a real estate entrepreneur, a rapper, engineer, and a community activist. How do you find time to make music?
So to kind of take it back, my entire mission statement is to integrate real estate investing with culture, music, and technology to inspire positive change in the community. And I have made that my life statement. So as far as, you know, as long as I'm alive, that's what I plan on doing. And I kind of came to this realization a couple of years ago after I left the corporate world. And the way I see it, you know, I make music, I, you know, create community events to empower, you know, people of color within the Seattle area. I also, you know, sell real estate and, you know, like invest in real estate and help other investors do that. So kind of creating the physical space for the community stuff allows my music to be filtered through. And you know, I kind of fund my dreams and fund my free time with the real estate.
And how long have you been rapping for?
I've been rapping as long as I've been like listening to rap music. Probably since I was like, you know, 14, 15, something like that. Okay. It started with like lunchroom freestyles and like going to find the instrumental and like, you know, trying to like just record over it on our computer or whatever. You know, the sound recording app on the OG Windows 2000. You know what I mean? That's where it all started. And yeah, you know, from there I just kind of like built a passion for it. So
what is your lyric writing process?
The way I write is kind of like it comes in multiple ways. If I like listen to a beat, I could sometimes come up with like some sort of melody or flow associated to it, and I'll fill in the words with the melody or flow. Other times, like, you know, I don't need a beat or whatever. I might just come up with like a cool, like witty thing in my head, and like I'll just come up with a bar, and I have like a notes app on my phone, and it's just like pages and pages and pages and pages of rhymes.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of like, you know, put some thoughts out there, and then, you know, when I want to just put it together, it'll just, you know, come to me.
Come to you.
Yeah.
What is the overall message you try to promote in all of your music?
Like for me, it's just about authenticity. And I look at music as like a spiritual tool, and music as, you know, like my bars as a set of affirmations. So if I'm rapping something, it has to be something that's true in my life. And yeah, you know, I just try to express myself and express myself honestly. And it's whatever I'm feeling at the time, whatever my thoughts are at the time. So yeah, you know, that's my music. What
would be your dream collaboration if you can collab with a rapper or a producer?
Like if I could just wave a magic wand, you know, it'll be a track, Vozhi featuring Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and then if Nipsey Hussle was alive, I'd put him on there.
Oh yeah. So with that said, tell us about your album Overachiever.
I only really started putting out music officially at the end of last year. So December 2018 was when I dropped my first single officially.
1 year.
Like I didn't really have a plan to drop an album. It just got to a point where I was like, man, I have a lot of songs that I like, that I've made. And I had gotten to a point where I put out 3 singles in 2019, and it had gotten to a point where it's like I had this kind of catalog that no one had heard of, and it was like, you know what, let's just put it out there. And that was kind of my thought process. And ultimately, I just want people to be able to search my name and then just be able to listen to a bunch of music.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, I wanted that. So, and then Overachiever, you know, the album title kind of speaks for itself. You know, given that I'm a, you know, real estate entrepreneur, rapper, community activist, and engineer, and I really try to associate all these things within my life. I feel like kind of the title overachiever really encapsulates.
Yeah, it
all of
does.
that. You know what I'm saying?
You do so much and you still get time to rap and all that. To commend you on.
Respect, thank you. And I feel like it's just something I do for fun. You know, rapping isn't like...
It's not like a job for you.
It isn't a job. It's something that I do for fun. As long as I'm alive, I'm gonna be writing bars, and like poetry is just a part of who I am.
Very good. So your music has like a very hip hop vibe.
Mm-hmm.
What attracted you to this style of music?
I grew up listening to lyrical hip hop, and for me, like hip hop has always been kind of my coping mechanism to see reality. You know, growing up in kind of like an immigrant background without any Tamil people,
right.
I didn't have too many people to relate to. So when I would listen to lyrical music, like that was just kind of my way of like identifying reality. So when I make music, I want to be able to showcase my lyricism.
Right.
To me, like I love beats, but like I tend to, even to this day, some of my favorite artists, it's just I like what they say. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to, take away like my messages. And I think, that lyricism kind of covers that.
So what can your fans expect for your next project?
Shoot. I think I'll be dropping a lot more singles. And then, ultimately, like I want to collaborate with other, Tamil artists from around the world. And yeah, 2019, I plan on making it, a big year when it comes to music. So I just want to put out, like, I don't really have a number or cap on it per se.
Did you say 2019?
Sorry, did I say 20? I meant 2020. Yeah, it says 2020. 2020, I got a whole vision.
Yeah.
2020 vision. But yeah, like I don't really have like a number or specific, like I want to put out this many songs type of thing. It's just I want to put out as much music as possible. Ideally a project. I want to also showcase some visuals because that's something that I really want to get into. And in 2019 I had the opportunity to rap for a Hollywood film called Velay Pukal.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm like on it. And so like now that I've kind of like gotten my in with the Hollywood industry, I would like to continue building a catalog of music and then be able to leverage that into the industry. Cool. And see what's up.
Congratulations on that.
Nandri.
And next question. So we have a few fan questions. Where were you born?
I was born in Nagarkoil, Tamil Nadu, and I lived in Chennai until I was 8 years old, and then moved to the States.
Okay. And what do you like about Toronto?
Shoot, a lot of things. The culture, the people, like the Tamilness out here. I just feel like it's a completely different scene. The multicultural aspect of like how like there's like a bunch of Ethiopians and a bunch of Tamil people and a bunch of Punjabis and a bunch of Marathi people. Like I just feel like it's a huge melting pot. In Seattle, it's all like you work at Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft. You tend to go down the very traditional path out there. And if you're doing creative things, it's like you have to be like phenomenal for people to recognize you. So, and I feel like it's different out here.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. A question I have, anyways, is how do you integrate rapping in real estate?
Yeah, that's a good question. So you know how a lot of rappers they like they'll rap and they'll use their influence to bring people into their kind of space and they'll sell merch and they'll sell products, whatever. Right. So for me, I feel like I'm doing the same thing. Through rap, I'm creating influence, and that influence draws people into my brand. And when they get into my brand, I sell real estate. Like I post a lot of like rap videos, and I post a lot of like real estate content. People will find me through my rap, come into my profile, and then see that I have a house listed for sale, and then DM me saying, yo, dope raps, by the way, I like that house, like can I make an offer on it? For me, I just feel like, I think being authentic, that attracts people, and especially when you're in the industry of selling something, if you're authentic, people look at you as a real person, and when you're a real person...
And the way you're doing is different too.
Yeah, I think that difference kind of, it does something.
Cool, and you mentioned community activism too.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Definitely, like, my tata, he's like a huge patriotic advocate. So like he was like part of the self-respect movement and like was part of like making it so that everyone has equal rights. So that to me that's always been a big part of who I am. And growing up kind of in an immigrant background, I've always been interacting with people of color, and I feel like Seattle is like getting heavily gentrified really fast. So what I do is I have events where I bring in people of color, entrepreneurs and creatives, and create like networking events and talk about the obstacles within their path. And there's also an academy I work with called Technology Access Foundation, and it provides science, technology, engineering, math, STEM education for children of color. And I go and speak to them about entrepreneurship and creativity. And I really just want to make it so that people of color especially are empowered and through these events. You're
doing a lot for the community as well as doing your own hobby and working. Oh my god, you're like an all-rounder. Overachiever. So I'm just gonna ask you 5 more questions.
Sure.
You can ask them quickly. Okay. Your best childhood memory.
Playing out in Tamil Nadu, playing cricket with my friends, like just being just running around.
But not being on a computer, right?
Yeah, not being on a computer
being
before the technology era. You know what I mean? I'm a '90s kid.
Yeah, right. And what would you do over in life?
I would have started my kind of career path earlier had I known what I know now. But everything happens for a reason. You know, like no regrets.
Got it. And your proudest moment?
When I made my first check as a real estate entrepreneur.
Oh.
It felt like I manifested it out of my mind, you know, and it was a cool moment.
That's cool. And what is one thing you cannot live without?
Music, family.
Family?
Yeah.
Do you have
like
siblings?
I have one younger brother. He actually produced like 90% of my album.
Oh.
So he makes beats.
Do you want to give him a shout out?
Yeah, shout out Mosey Beats. You know, Arun, I hope you're watching this.
What's his full name then?
His name is Arun Murray. But also, because you know his name is Mozhi, not growing up around Tamil people, he goes by Mosey.
Oh.
Like, you know, Mosey Beats, so it's like, yeah, Vozhi and Mosey.
That worked out though, because like you can actually use your name in like your career pathway too, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And last question, what are you most afraid of?
I'm afraid of fear itself. No, I'm kidding. It's a cheesy answer. But I mean, really, like, I like one of my favorite quotes is fear and excitement are two sides of the same coin. So I try to, you know, if I'm scared of something, I try to pursue it because I know that there's growth on the other side of it. But, you know, like, I'm afraid of a lot of things. You know, just like we're all human.
Interesting. Yes. All right. What do you think about my music covers that I've been releasing lately?
I think the fact that you're putting yourself out there and being 100% authentic is super dope. And as long as you're expressing yourself, like, who cares what other people think? You know what I'm saying? Like, and just continue doing you.
All right.
Respect.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a spicy challenge. You did mention that you eat spicy.
Very much so. I'm done with
like
that.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how spicy?
I mean, I'm not like crazy. Like probably like 7, 8. Probably, you know what I mean?
7, 8.
I'm scared to say 10 because it literally goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I mean? So I have no idea.
All right. So for this challenge, I have a special guest.
Ooh.
Sangavi. So it's gonna be a competition between the two of you.
Okay.
Alright, so here we are back again with 2 plates of jerk chicken and
I'm ready to try
rice.
this. You know
This was made with the help of Pavishan right here.
It's a killer.
Alright, now usually I would make it really spicy, but it could be a little bit less spicy because he helped me out with it.
It could be a little bit less spicy.
Yeah, because he cares about you guys.
Her spicy is crazy. It's just like, you need a couple bites. Trust me.
You should go get them a couple of bites. Alright, so start eating and let us know what you think.
You gotta dip the sauce.
Yeah.
Don't not dip the sauce.
Just go plain.
So far,
Like watching that.
so far handleable.
They're better at this than you are. This guy ran for orange juice, ice cubes. He knocked the water off the floor.
You need it.
Both of us enjoy spicy food.
Yeah. Do you want a pachamala on the side? Come on, guys. How are you doing with it?
I mean,
this girl's like put down in the rice more. Like with each small chicken piece, is like a bunch of rice.
you know what she's doing? Oh, she's tricking.
First one that drinks water loses.
Okay, fine. Okay.
You can hear it. You can hear it.
The slurping sounds are punishing me.
Probably like.
It kicks in after.
Yeah, it's got like a
kicking in.
The initial taste is not like immediately spicy,
Right.
but as I'm eating, I'm like, yo.
It's building.
And you've had jerk chicken before, right?
Of
So,
course, yeah,
like,
yeah.
would you say this is one of the best jerk chicken you've ever had?
Easily,
For sure.
easily.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Like, wow. I'm impressed.
I'm sweating.
He's crying, he's sweating. Everything, look at this.
Alright, you know what? Alright, you know, I'm enjoying it. This is how I enjoy spicy food.
Alright, yeah.
This is getting back so long.
Stop
I'll eat some now too.
It's really good.
Pachamala?
Pachamala. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your pachamala? Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Wow.
The bag of green.
Wow!
Wow. I'll take one. Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's perfect. Okay.
Crunch, crunch.
Don't waste it, eh? Don't waste this pachamala, alright? I won't have to.
Know your limits, please.
No, do it.
So now I'm gonna swimming what happened.
This is what people are gonna want. You ate the whole thing. Alright, so with that said, and us enjoying jerk chicken, we will see you at the next episode of ModelMeUp Hot Seat. And stay tuned for more. And signing out is Vozhi.
Search for me on any digital streaming platform, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube, whatever. Search VOZHI, that's Vozhi, and you'll find me. Alright, y'all. And
Sakari! And Pavishan right here. Hey, take Pavishan. And Pavishan, who will be dying. behind the scenes.